Oh, you members here on Hardcore Members area. How are you doing? Big P here, the voice of Hardcore Boxing. We say the things on here that nobody dare say. Isn't that right? Right. Let's get down to something different, something off cuff. Funny boxing stories. I'm going to tell you a few boxing stories that I don't know if you've heard them already. If you've been watching my channel years, I think I've mentioned them before. I don't, but these are really funny stories. These are what people talk about after parties when they've had a drink and they've been shoving that up their noses. Everybody knows who Liam Cameron is, don't they? Good friend of mine, trained by Chris Smedley. Clinton Woods used to train him as well. Dominic Ingle trained him, ABA champion. Liam, for some reason or another, and we don't know who behind it, but I can assure you it probably will have been Dennis. But he ended up leaving Chris Smedley and he went to Clinton Woods. So Clinton was training him. And he rings Clinton up one day and he goes, "Oh, I can't train today." Clinton's gone, "Well, why?" And he's gone, "I've dropped a tin of beans on my foot." And so Clinton's gone, "Oh, okay." But Clinton, being Clinton, he's like a straight shooter. And for all we know, Liam might have dropped a tin of beans on his foot. Clinton's, it's a funny story. Clinton's like, English belt in them days. He went area, British, Commonwealth, European, and a world title. You were IBF World Light Heavyweight Champion in a red hot era for over 3 years, Clinton Woods. Which is unheard of, isn't it? Holding a belt for over 3 years as a world champion. So Clinton's jumped in his car and he's gone over to Liam's. So he's gone from Ridgeway Moor all the way up to Liam lives at Littledale, done in here, Darnell. He's gone round, gone in house. And there's no tin of beans in cupboard. No empty tin in bins. So I don't know, but Clinton's one of them people, in it, world champion. You're going to want people to put effort in. Now, if you're not running because you've hurt your foot, you're on a exercise bike or swimming, aren't you? So did Liam have that champion's mentality? He could fight towards the end of his career when he got that 4-year ban. I thought Chris Smedley had him on fire. But it's just a little funny story, isn't it? I could tell you loads like that. There's another. Here's another one. Here's another good one. But before I go to that, I'll just finish off on. That's probably why Clinton don't train professionals and Carl Froch people like that, because they want people to put the same effort in they put in, don't they? But anyway, Liam's a good lad, and I always got his back, and I love Clinton to death. But getting back to another famous story. This is a good story, this one. You all know who Ross the Boss is, don't you? Ross Birkinshaw. "Hey up, Dennis, it's Ross. She's left me, I'm single now. Hey up, Dennis. Hey up, Porky Ross. I've got a book out. I brought a copy up to office for you all to read." Well, that's Ross Birkinshaw, who has got a win over Jason Cunningham. So that's his claim to fame, and he was world number 8 at WBO. But Ross drove down Tommy Frank's drive one day, and he drove over his cat, but he didn't drive over it with tires. He drove over it, and it were in the middle of the drive, and he never touched it, but it had an heart attack and died. That's a true story, that. But he's denied it to this day, old Ross. But it ain't a funny story, a cat, Dan. just funny that, you know, didn't you see Cat there, Ross? Hey, what's all that about? That's craziness, isn't it? Craziness. But there's another good story here for you. Here's a good one. I don't know if you've ever Googled Dennis Hobson Senior. If you do, just put Dennis Hobson frozen or body frozen, then you'll read about Dennis's dad. He was like this millionaire scrap metal dealer. He was earning £1,000 a day in the 60s and 70s, a grand a day, driving around in a Rolls Royce, bare knuckle champion and all that, or bare knuckle fighter, massive gambler, card schools, casinos, dogs, racehorses, the lot. Dennis and Barbara, right, they've gone to Tenerife to Dennis Jr., Big Ron Lyle's place. They're flying out there. So they're at airport and all that. So they get through checkout and everything, and they were rushing them through. Come on, your plane's gonna go. So they're rushing through, old couple and all that. And they get on plane, Dennis and Barbara. This is a good story, this. And Dennis's dad, the proper Sheffield bloke, he's like, "Hey Barbara, they all got these big coats on here. Anyone think they were going skiing?" She's going, "Yeah, they're on there in, like, you know, Hawaiian shirt and shorts on that." Barbara's got some, you know, a bit summery on. And then Dennis Senior, he's like, "Yeah, have a drink, love." He's going, "Yeah, they've all got coats on here." "Yeah, well, they will have, sir. This plane's going to Poland." "You're gonna get me off this plane, we're going to Tenerife." That's a funny story. You have to know the person to think it's funny, but if you go and Google him, and you'll read about how he passed away, but they froze his body, didn't they? It went front page at Daily Mirror, Daily Mail. They froze his body, and it's in Michigan now, in America, and until they find a cure. So that'll be costing them a few quid every month on it. But yeah, that's a funny, famous story that Bobby Nutworth compared at celebration of his life, and he said, he always wanted to be different. Dennis Hobson, he couldn't be cremated or buried. Now he had to go out in an ice cream van. So I thought that was quite funny, but yeah. So there's three good tales there. So all right, so we're flying through these videos, and I just want to get these members videos done, get January out of the way, because like I said, I'm up to Erie boxing at the moment, because it's not moving forward, is it? What fights have we got on that we're all like raving about? Tell me a fight that we're raving about in the sport of boxing at the moment. There ain't none, is there? There ain't none. Eubank Williams, Eubank Euro level, Williams British stroke Euro level. Is that it? What else fights is there on at the moment? Khan Brook, pair of them shot to pieces. Khan Brook. What other fight that we're on? Warrington Martinez. I mean, what's all that about? Warrington Martinez is 40, isn't he? Warrington's on slide. Khan Brook, they're on slide, aren't they? They've got a rematch clause. Eubank and that other one, Williams. Well, is that it? Is that what we're supposed to get excited about? Hey. So I just can't. I don't know. I don't see sport moving forward. I think I'm wasting my time. But we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see. We're going to see what appertains. It takes a lot to get me down on boxing, but we're just going around in circles. Okie dokie. So peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Keep fighting the good fight. All right.